Hey everyone, this is weather forecaster Liam, and here's what's going on in today's video of TRA weather. There hasn't been much severe weather over the past week or so, but severe weather is set to return this week for multiple locations, with the possibility of large hail, damaging winds, and even a few tornadoes. We'll have the future radar, TRA weather predictions, Tor-Cons, and more. And what's really helping bring back this severe weather is the temperatures. It's going to start feeling less like winter and more like summer for much of the United States in the next upcoming days. We'll have a look at the Climate Prediction Center and temperature forecast. And now for those of you who don't know, hurricane season officially starts June 1st, but could we be dealing with an early start to hurricane season with a tropical system this weekend? All of this and more is coming up right here on TRA Weather. Alright, today is May 12th, 2020. And man, I really didn't think I would be showing you all of this until mid-June, but here we are with the first possibility of a tropical storm. Now this is the National Hurricane Center 5-day outlook, and a few hundred miles or so off the southeast coast of the United States, we have an area that has a 50-50 chance for developing into some sort of tropical system, whether that be a subtropical storm, a tropical storm, or even a hurricane. Now, thankfully, even if this does develop into something, it's expected to go east into the middle of the Atlantic Ocean and not really bother us. But I'll be keeping an eye on it over the next week or so to make sure this forecast holds true and does in fact make that eastern turn into the Atlantic. And now let's head on over to the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center for the entire United States. And now this is totally flipped since the last time we saw this, which was about a week ago or so. The western United States is now expected to see below average temperatures instead of above, and the central and eastern United States is expected to see above average temperatures instead of below average. And now, whether you live in the blue or the red on this map, temperatures aren't going to be very drastically different from where they should be for this time of the season, mainly between 5 to 10 degrees either above or below average depending on where you live. But it's definitely going to feel a whole lot different, as much of the United States this week and last week was either extremely above or below average. Now let's head on over to the 3-day temperature forecast for the entire United States, and we're going to start off with Wednesday's high temperature. You can see across much of the central and eastern half of the United States, dealing with much warmer temperatures than we were this time last week, with lots of 80s and even a few 90s across the deep south. As we go a little further on to the north, we start dealing with some 70s, 60s, and even a few 50s across the very northern states, but again, still warmer than we were this time last week. Now, it's a different case scenario for the western half of the United States, where we're dealing with 60s and 70s, where it's actually cooler than we were last week, where we had 90s and 100s, so definitely a cool down there. Now forward to Wednesday night's low temperature, much more comfortable across the entire United States. We do have some 40s and 30s across the Rocky Mountains, very north central and northeastern United States, but again, still warmer than we were last week. Forward again to Thursday's high temperature, and man, we really start cranking up the heat across the entire United States, where we're dealing with widespread upper 70s, 80s, and even 90s. Forward again to Thursday night's low temperature, where it's slightly warmer than Wednesday night's low temperature, though still around the same, where we're dealing with widespread 60s and 50s. Forward again to the weekend, Friday's high temperature, where it even gets warmer. This will be the warmest day out of the ones I've shown you, where much of the United States is covered in 70s, 80s, and 90s. Very hard to find any 60s and also 50s. Now forward one more time to Friday night's low temperature, where it's again slightly warmer across the entire United States, and that'll be the trend later on into this weekend and into early next week. So now let's head on over to the future radar forecasts from the GFS model for the entire United States. We're going to start off at tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. You see, not really too much going on right now. We do have some rain showers across the Ohio Valley, north central and northwestern United States, even some mountain snow showers across Montana, Idaho, and Wyoming. But again, other than that, rather quiet. Those rain showers and snow showers continue on into the afternoon hours, though by the time the evening and nighttime hours come, there could be some severe thunderstorms across Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas, and those could definitely be severe with large hail damage and winds and a few isolated tornadoes. I'll have T-area weather predictions and Tor-Cons coming up in just a bit. Though as quick as those thunderstorms develop, as quick as they dissipate, you can see by the time they get to eastern Oklahoma and Texas, they're all but gone. So we go forward again into the afternoon hours Thursday, dealing with some rain showers across the northwestern United States and also the Midwest and Ohio Valley. Though once again, Thursday night we could be dealing with another round of severe weather across the Ohio Valley in Midwestern United States. And exactly how severe the severe weather will be in those two regions, not totally sure yet. Still getting model data on that, so stay tuned to T-area weather for more info on that coming up within the next day or so. And you can see very late Thursday night into Friday morning, there may be a squall line of severe weather that develops across the Ohio Valley in Midwestern United States, though into the early morning hours Friday and later on Friday into the afternoon hours, that line will eventually start to dissipate, though still may linger on as some light rain showers into your Friday. Though Friday night, there once again may be more severe weather on the way for the Midwest and South Central United States. Now let's head on over to our T-area weather prediction for Wednesday night. And you see we actually have a very high risk for seeing severe thunderstorms across southwestern Oklahoma and north central Texas. And outside of that, we have a high risk for seeing severe thunderstorms. Oklahoma City, you're under that high risk. And then outside of that, the medium and low risk for seeing severe thunderstorms, shaded in both yellow and green. Dallas and Kansas City, you're under that low risk for seeing severe thunderstorms Wednesday night. So now let's head on over to our T-area weather Tor-Cons again for Wednesday night. We actually have a Tor-Con of 5 through 6 across, again, the southwestern Oklahoma and the north central Texas region. Outside of that, the Tor-Con of 3 through 4, Oklahoma City, you're under that 3 through 4 Tor-Con. Then outside of that, into the light green shaded color, that Tor-Con of 1 through 2. Dallas, you're under that Tor-Con, and Kansas City's under a Tor-Con of less than 1. Now over to our T-area weather prediction for Thursday, and this is expected to change. But for now, Chicago and Indianapolis, you're under that medium risk for seeing severe thunderstorms. In Detroit, Pittsburgh, St. Louis, and Kansas City, you're under that low risk for seeing severe thunderstorms. But again, this is expected to change. There may be even a very high risk for seeing severe thunderstorms on T-area weather posted within the next day or so. So stay tuned to T-area weather on this possible severe weather outbreak across the Midwest and Ohio Valley region. Okay, now over to the storm hazards. Now, tornadoes, hail, wind, rain, lightning, and cape are all going to be at risk levels 3 out of 5, and flooding, power outages, and wind shear are going to be at risk levels 2 out of 5. The hazardous area is the South Central, Midwest, and Ohio Valley, and the expected time is Wednesday through Friday. Hey, thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like and share this video with friends or whoever you would think that would enjoy watching T-area weather, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And also check out the links listed below to both my Twitter and Instagram pages, and also a brand new invite link to my weather Discord channel. Thank you. See you next time.